I can access my movies through YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sure it'll be the same.
Nope.
And then we tried to find The Great Outdoors the other day because my kids wanted to watch that
Yeah.
shit again, and it was just like I typed in The Great Outdoors and I had to sort through like 50 like scenes before it would show me I own this movie. I can watch the whole thing. Like that should be the first thing they show me. Like I
Yeah,
own the whole damn movie.
The YouTube integration isn't the greatest.
Right.
Yeah, you got to go to
You have to go into
library,
Like
your movies and shows.
Yep, 3 different settings in order to get there.
Yeah, a lot of clicking to get there.
Speaking of stuff, Cooch, have you given any more thought to Megadeth?
Yeah. So let's go over the date. That's the 22nd. Is that what you said?
Yep.
So that is my son's birthday party.
Oh, okay.
So we're doing one of those local, like, what are they called? Trampoline parks, urban air. We're doing a like birthday party for him with a bunch of kids. I'd hate to. Sorry, babe. I'm gonna go watch Trivium, so you're gonna manage all the kids.
I mean, I don't see anything wrong with that, but whatever. What do I know?
I hear you.
My question is, who's the headliner on that one?
Megadeth.
Are they? Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say because that is a classic band that have they released anything recently?
A couple of years ago, yeah.
A couple of years ago.
I
Versus
feel like they
a
did
modern
something
band
like
that's pretty popular.
2 years ago, yeah. But yeah, there's still a lot of great seats. Like there's a ton of stuff right up by the stage on the wings and right behind the pit, like second row right behind the pit. And the tickets are only like $100. Well, probably like $115 or $120 once you put in all the taxes and fees, but
That's twice what I paid for my 311 tickets.
that's because it's 311.
We just saw
Ouch.
Eliza. We
Ouch.
just saw Eliza Schlesinger in the Rush, and it was cool to watch anything in there.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Very
yeah.
small and intimate.
Saw Bill Cosby in the Rush. That was cool.
Did you?
Whoa,
Yeah. Prior to his whole thing coming
Yeah.
out.
that's never gonna happen again. So that's
Nope.
awesome.
Yeah. It's one of those things you got to see him before a band member dies or the career dies.
Yep.
Or they
This day
get
and age.
canceled.
Yep.
I saw him. He came up when I was at school in Northern. He performed there, so I saw him in college.
Good morning, genius.
Good morning.
Are
So
you
who's
ready?
gonna survive the day?
Grixis is holding his hand up. I will. No.
Uh,
He's gonna be down, I think, right away. I don't know. We'll see.
Everyone
Yes.
bring
Could miss.
everyone bring your pun A game in the intro and hope for inspiration from the DM before we start.
right.
That's my alpha plan, by the way.
It's a good plan. I
We're
like it.
hanging our hat on that.
What do we do if we don't have wit?
Nene?
Oh, Jesus. Wow. Wow. That's amazing.
We aren't even in the game, but take inspiration for that. That was so damn quick. Holy cow.
All right. Phase 1 of plan A. Working.
What do we do if we don't have wit? Nene?
We-
That may just Nene may be the title of this show. Although it's pre-show. Oh my god, that was amazing.
Live.
Holy cow.
That's the show, folks. We can't beat that.
That felt good.
That was hilarious.
It's nice having everybody back in one spot. We're
Oh,
getting
my
ready to
goodness,
do
yes.
show proper.
Yep. We've
I
made
had a
people wait
question
long
for
enough.
you, Tom.
Yeah.
Are we really 15 minutes from the beginning of the show?
Is Cooch quieter for everyone else, or is it just my
Ooh.
headset?
He's a little quieter
Maybe-
for everybody.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe just a hair.
I don't know
can
what
hear
your
him
question
fine.
is. Why?
I'll talk louder.
Oh, he just sounds quieter to me. I think I can edit that on my end.
Is there something that's saying we're 15 minutes from show?
Well, I thought so, but maybe not. I
I was
think when
also
I
gonna say-
when I selected you, it came up with a past broadcast, so I might have been watching
Oh.
something else.
Yeah. Watching us from 2 weeks ago. Or watching
Yeah.
you guys from
Well,
2 weeks
something-
ago.
Your volume might have been me. I think I had you turned down from a previous show.
I'm very loud, so that makes sense. I would turn me down too.
Norm, I noticed on the replay on YouTube of this, we had 0 of 420 followers.
Yep, that's because the API for Twitch changed a bit, and so my my overlay wasn't
Broke.
pulling in the information. I changed it up. If you look at the stream after today, you'll notice that the latest isn't scrolling. It's just the last person. The followers are updated, and subscriber goal is there.
Cool.
So
Cool.
yeah, that's the thing I had put into chat that I was talking to Plant Lamp about. That where you said I missed
Yeah.
this morning.
Yeah. Oh my god, all that stuff is in there. I'm like, wow. It would have been helpful.
Yeah. So, so the thing player.me that I was using for my overlay and pulling in all the notifications and stuff, that is going away like
Oof.
in a week. So I had to
Yeah.
transfer and upload and do that stuff, and it's in Stream Elements now.
Yeah,
So
that's a lot of the videos I saw about it recommended using Stream Elements to plug and play stuff. It was so funny once I got it, kind of understood how it was gonna work and be put together. I'm like, crap! I don't have anything to put in the background. I don't have anything to put. I don't have tags for any of us.
So you can use, and I'm trying to remember. Did you the notification of the assets that I uploaded to
Yes,
Google Drive?
yes,
Okay.
I did.
Go through
So I
that.
have that folder now in Google, which
Yeah.
is good.
And I'm trying to remember if I have a blank background with the holes cut out already, or if it's only with our nameplates.
Yeah,
I can remove the nameplates.
yeah. I'll figure out how to do it all eventually. And
Yeah. So with the
Start.
holes cut out, I'm able to put the video behind. That way
Yeah.
you don't see the borders, and when you talk, it doesn't light up and stuff. So
yeah, I was trying to clip that stuff down to not show that at one point last week. I'm like, I can see the little green highlight around the window when Jeff was talking. I'm like, clip that out.
yeah,
So
it takes a bit of getting used to and a bit of messing around, but you'll get it.
yeah, it works. I'm gonna go to the bathroom quick before we start. I'll be right back.
Got your backup characters ready?
Nope.
I mean, I have some backup characters.
I feel like if we all die in this, then I mean that's end of campaign. I would assume, right? Like you can't have everybody and die and just pull in 4 characters randomly.
Aline won't die. She'll run.
Yeah,
Probably has Dimension Door or some shit. She'll just disappear.
yeah. Double birds, later bitches.
Yeah, I think Jacob would wait. If there's one person down, Jacob would still try to get them out. But once 2 people go down, I think it's kind of a lost cause. So
Mm-hmm. It might be.
there's only so much you can do in a war zone.
So, yeah,
So don't die.
I'm gonna do something risky, and I have.
Spirit Bomb.
I don't know what Spirit Bomb is.
Kamehameha Wave.
I'll if he attacks me next time, I'll hellish rebuke him. That's for damn sure.
So Just make sure these unholy creatures are getting some holy damage, because that's the way to go.
Yeah, and before it might have even been before we started pre-show. John said we need to stake him, like we have to.
He keeps regenerating most of his health back.
Yeah.
Return.
If he's like other vampires, radiant damage will stop it too.
No, that's a good question.
Makes sense.
It's like holy water, but in light form.
Yeah, and I think I have a spell that gives my attack, or I get bonus radiant damage.
But the knoll is up first, so it may all be reaction.
No. You guys discussing strategy while I was away.
Uh-huh.
Mildly.
Mildly. Yay. I have coffee. Mm. 2 nerds, 1 quest. Where did you get that fantastic tumbler, Kukta?
I'm glad you asked, Tom. 2 Nerds and 1 Quest has an amazing merchandise page you could support if you're interested.
I'll throw the link in chat. I'm glad you brought that up, Ryan.
Still cold.
Morning, Scoot and Jack.
Welcome to our commercial.
Uh-huh.
Uh,
Hold it up and kind of like...
sound like you're reading off of a sheet.
If it wasn't so shiny, it's just a shiny thing. You can't even read the words.
Yeah, you can't really see it.
That's funny. All right.
Available in multiple colors and sizes.
Just
It
like
is.
your mom. Hey.
Close.
All right, are we ready?
Your mom likes multiple colors and sizes.
I guess.
Are we ready? Or are you?
All right, hold on.
It's like, are
I
you
think he
pointing at me
pointed
to
at you,
start
but
up?
No.
Whatever, 30 seconds. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to 2 Nerds, 1 Quest. I am your host and DM, JC Dittmer, here with these 3 nerds because, yeah, math is hard. The man pointing at me, queuing me up, teaching me Twitch protocol is one Tom M. Norman, playing Doug this morning.
I don't have wit, so apparently I'll nay. That's what I learned
Well,
this morning.
Pre-show joke this morning. That man nay-naying over there in the Disney shirt is one Ryan Crixus Kukta.
Hey, good morning, y'all. Happy
He needs-
Sunday. Get after it.
I was gonna say he needs a happy place. He's about to get wrecked.
I'm still trying to wrap my brain around why that last goal was disqualified in the El Trafico last night. I just don't get it. So
Oh, no.
that's the part of soccer someone needs to explain to me.
I would have to look at it to explain it to you. I did not watch the game last night.
It's interesting.
I am
Check
very
out.
excited to hear the words El Trafico come out of your mouth, though. That makes me happy.
It's interesting. Check it out.
Yeah, the for those of you not in the know, that is a rivalry game between the LA Galaxy and LAFC in Major League Soccer. Very fun. That last man there in the green striped shirt looking all like Joe from Blue's Clues is one Jeff Jacob Williams. How you doing this morning, bud?
Hey, the action's been paused for some weeks. My memory seems to have leaks. Was it vampire dogs or giant blue frogs? And is the show still called One Adventure, 4 Geeks?
That is fair. That is fair. It
Getting-
has been too long. I remember. Funny watching it back this morning. I asked Ryan at the end of last session, would he like the bad guy to swing at him, or do you want to wait for a week? And he goes, "Sure, I'll just take that pit of dread in my stomach for a week." Well, here we are a month later. So hopefully that's not an ulcer at this point.
Had time to come to terms with getting attacked by the leader of the vampire crew right here. So
Yeah.
But-
So to set this up, Doug had gotten knocked down, made a death saving throw. Tika grabbed Doug by the leg and dragged him out of there. Then he was able to be healed for 18 hit points. So Doug, Tika, Jacob, and Valine are all up the ice hallway to the north. And Crixus is standing toe-to-toe with the Knoll Vampire. Halfway between the two of them is the little vampire spawn guy who has been staked. So, we are starting with the Knoll Vampire. I will run this down for everyone in the audience quick because it's been a month. Starting right now, a full round would be the Knoll Vampire, Doug, Jacob, Valine, the vampire spawn that's dead, the vampire spawn that's living, and then back to Crixus. We just had Crixus's turn, where I think you were the one that actually brought Doug back up.
yeah, I healed Doug, and I get a little bit of a boost from healing other people, but it does not appear to be enough, considering the amount of necrotic damage dealt by this vampire monster.
Yeah, it was not a lot. So, he gets multi-attack. He makes 2 attacks, one with his bite and one with his claws. So, staring down, excuse me, Crixus face to face. He is going in for a bite.
Red alert, shields up.
It's a 16
Oof.
to you.
Whoop.
A
Whoop.
16 does not, in fact,
Ooh.
damage Crixus.
So he is very frustrated that his bite did not hit. He swings at you with his claws. That's a 25.
25 hits.
Hits. Now the nice thing about this is there's no necrotic damage with his claws. So you end up taking 8 points of slashing damage.
Remains standing.
Leaving you at 2. Oh my gosh.
I'm
All
still
right.
standing.
All right, that changes everything.
Uh-huh.
And we move on to Doug. So Doug, you're standing there, stake in hand.
Yeah. I'm going to...
I think Doug's still on the ground.
Oh yeah, you're laying down. You just got healed. You opened what?
No, I was
'cause he opened
standing.
his eyes
Yes.
last turn and stood up.
Yep.
He got healed on Crixus's turn, which was
Oh.
just before the.
Yes. So
Oh.
you haven't stood up yet. But the good news is you're close enough that if you stand up, you still have movement enough to get to him. If you
That's
move.
good, because that would have wrecked my entire turn. All right, I'm going to stand up. I'm going to
Alright.
cast Blade Ward on myself.
Mm.
So I have resistance
does
against
what?
bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage dealt by weapon
yeah.
attacks. So
That's
is
good. That's
our
good.
fangs weapon attacks? And
Both his bite and claws are melee weapon attacks.
okay, so I'm going to cast
So that-
Blade Ward
that
on
functions
myself.
for you. Yep.
I'm going to run in.
'Kay.
Now, actually, here's my bonus action question. If I run in and get between him and Crixus, can I shove him using my shield and that bonus charge to try to knock him prone?
I forget what it's called.
The push would usually
There's-
be an
oh yeah,
action.
a shove. A shove is an action, or the push is an action. It was an action to cast your blade ward, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. So you'd be able to get up, move to him, cast the blade ward. You at that point you're kind of at the end of your stuff unless you have a bonus action that you can use. Shove's a bit too much for a bonus action.
Okay. I was kind of hoping I'd be able to do that, but
Although a neat rules thing for you, if you have multiple attacks, a shove is an attack. So you can replace one of your attacks with a shove. This is especially important if you're being grappled, because you can shove them away from you. with
so
one
if
of
I
your
so
two
if I
attacks.
swung with my sword as an action, I can then shove him as an action.
If you swung with your sword as an attack, you get 2 attacks. So
Yep.
you swing with your sword for the first attack, and your second attack, you could shove him.
Nice.
Then you wouldn't be able to blade ward.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm shit. All right. I'm gonna. Can I take my turn back then?
So,
You don't want to cast. Well, that's fine. You
No,
were trying to.
I don't want
We're
to do
still
that.
in the middle of it. I haven't done anything
Okay.
really.
So I'm going
You
to
haven't
run
attacked.
up to him. So I stood up. I'm going to run up to
Yep.
him. My first attack, I'm going to stake him.
You're going to stake him. Okay, unarmed attack to stake him.
And I have advantage with
improvised
my
weapon attack.
Hexblade curse yet, if I remember correctly.
But I think you need to use your actual weapon for Hexblade Curse. I think. No?
Nope. I think it's literally just
Any melee weapon attack?
against a cursed target, you gain +3 bonus to damage rolls, score critical hit on a roll of 19 or 20, and I regain 4 hit points if he dies.
Okay. Okay, yeah. So +3 damage to this. If you hit.
16.
16. Nope. 16 would miss.
Fuck.
His armor just misses. His armor is a 17. I think you guys figured out.
inspiration.
Ooh,
I'll give him my
inspiration.
inspiration.
Okay,
Ooh,
so I swing again.
He's replacing your swing.
Do better.
You aren't technically
30.
swinging.
Nat 20.
Nat 20?
Nat 20.
Nice.
Crit that bitch.
Okay.
Crit that bitch.
So it is it's a stake, so 1d4. So 2d4 dice plus your strength modifier plus your bonus 3 damage. And then he is staked as well.
That's weird. It's just giving me.
yeah. I don't
Oh.
think it's a D4.
It's giving you the unarmed strike. You're holding the stake.
Uh-huh.
Go ahead and just roll 2d4
Okay.
as a crit, because the stake's a d4. It's
Treat it like a dagger.
Yeah. So
Alright.
just roll 2d4 and then add the +3 from the
7.
7. All right. 7 damages.
Yes, thank you, inspiration.
And he squeals as you hit him with a
Sure.
stake. And it kind of sizzles around the puncture. Whoop, holy hell. Sorry about that, folks. I just hit my microphone.
Yeah, like a piggy.
Yeah.
And the good news is at this point he is bloodied as well.
All right. I'm going to use my second attack to shove him and try to knock him prone. I'm going to try to do that.
Okay. All right. He gets a contested strength. Throw. You got to hit him first. So go ahead and shove.
So is that unarmed strike?
Yep.
Nat 20.
Oh yeah. All right. So then.
And I'm going to click on my inventory. I'm going to click on my battering shield, and I'm going to expend a
quick.
charge.
Where's my reference?
I gain +1 and blah blah blah. Additionally, the shield has 3 charges and it gains on. If you are holding the shield and push a creature within your reach at least 5 feet away, you can expend 1 charge to push that creature an additional 10 feet, knock it prone, or both. So can I push it 10 feet and knock it prone since I critted?
Hang on a second. Using the attack action, you make a special shove. If you're able to make multiple attacks with the attack action, this replaces one of them. Strength, athletics, check contested by the target's strength, athletics, or dexterity. So, well, let's see how well he does. On his contested roll here, because you rolled a nat 20. He had a dirty 20. So you can either push him away or you can push him down.
Not both, because he had too much
Not
strength.
both. Not both, because if he had rolled less than a 10, sure, but
Yeah.
he
Okay.
rolled a 20. He planned
So-
it. He saw what you're doing.
I'm definitely
Is it
knocking
the-
him down.
Is it the item that gives you the option of both, or the shoving?
The item, the battering shield.
Read that again, then.
If you are
And
holding
the-
the shield and push a creature within your reach, at least 5 feet away, you can expend 1 charge to push that creature an additional 10 feet, knock it prone, or both.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so you can. You got to expend a charge on your shield,
Yep. Yeah, I did that.
but you can push it 15 feet away and knock it prone. Your shield allows you to do that.
Yep.
That has
And-
nothing to do with, like, you shoved
Yep,
and did the shove
okay.
action, and it acts on the shove action. So absolutely, you can do both.
All right, so I'm doing
So-
that.
So 15 feet and prone.
Yep.
15 feet and prone. So he's 15 feet away from everyone now, pushed back into the cave, into the main area of the cave. So he's laying on the ground about middle of the cave. You have Crixus and Doug standing next to each other. And then about another 10 feet, there's the small one. And then about 10 feet from there is Jacob and Tika and Valine. You seem in a much better position than you were where we left you. It's been an eventful 2 turns.
All right. And then what are you at for health there, Cooch? You're pretty low, right?
2.
Effectively 0.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, as a
If he gets
bonus,
breathed down wrong.
as a bonus action, I'm gonna cast Shield of. Oh, you already have Shield of Faith on you, don't you? Didn't I already do that to you?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith on you, which grants you a +2 bonus to your AC for up to 10 minutes. It's a concentration spell.
Awesome.
Don't forget, if you have an action at some point, paladins get the lay on hands thing too. But that
Is
action
your-
was not as good this time because you
It's-
did much cooler.
Question of clarification for you, Norm. Is your Hexblade Curse concentration? And if so, is this Shield of Faith concentration?
No, it's just the
Hexblade's
Hexblade.
curse's ability.
Yeah,
Okay.
and so is the shield. Because the
Shield
shield
of
is,
Faith
is
is
yeah.
it's just there. You don't have to concentrate on it.
Shield of Faith is concentration. It's a spell.
The spell, does it have a little diamond
Yep.
with the C next to it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. The
Yep.
Shield of Faith is,
Alright, thank you.
and it lasts up to 10 minutes.
Excellent. That completes your turn. We move to Jacob.
All right. Well, I guess one of my plans is still an okay plan.
On to plan B.
I would like to
Double
move up. All right. I would like to move up as close as I can without getting in melee with anybody else, and I would like to toss a bead of force at the prone vampire.
You can move probably about 5
So
feet forward. What's the range on the beat of force?
It's 60 feet I can throw.
Oh yeah, yeah. You can absolutely.
I
throw
just
it.
needed to be within 10 feet of the guy. So DC 15 Dex saving throw.
Doesn't he fail Dex saving throws being prone?
I don't know.
Or he
Can you
has
can you
disadvantage?
have dexterity laying on your back?
I'd like to tell you it is, but I'd have to check rules, but I really want it to be that way.
Your mom has a lot of dexterity laying on her back.
Yeah. Yeah, she does.
Got him.
Oh.
I don't see anything under prone for.
Is it an attack roll? That would be what.
Yeah, attack. Melee attacks have advantage, and ranged attacks have disadvantage for prone creatures.
So is this a ranged attack?
No, this is just a use of an item.
Okay. So the he needs a dexterity saving throw. 19.
Tell me it's. What's that?
19.
Okay. So he saved. Creatures that succeeded on the save are pushed away Okay, so the sphere takes up a 10-foot radius. It's a sphere of force, and creatures that succeeded or are partially within are pushed away from the center until they are no longer inside of it. So theoretically, it might have pushed him even further away and put a big ball in front of him.
So how big is the ball?
There's a 10-foot radius.
10-foot radius, so he'd go out.
I was
10
hoping
feet
he'd be
further.
trapped inside of it.
How big is the hallway?
He's in the open. You're in H19. You're in that big open room with all the bones in
Got
it.
Got it.
So he's essentially pushed up against the back wall at this point. Does that beat of force maintain that bubble then and keep things out of it?
For a minute, nothing can pass through it.
Okay. Wow.
It
there's
is.
a big
it
obstacle
only-
in the middle of the room now.
It only weighs 1 pound, regardless of the weight of the creatures inside.
Okay.
So it's very movable. It's just a very big ball.
All right.
So explain to me what
and
happened.
If he's safe,
There
he
is
gets
a-
pushed out of it. If he fails, he's inside it. Yes.
Yeah, he
Okay.
would take 5d4 force damage and be trapped inside it for a minute. Nothing can transfer through it except for breathable air.
Wow.
So
That would have been huge. Still is kind of
Yeah.
huge. You guys
I
have,
have-
essentially shoved this guy 30 feet away from you all.
I've got
Move.
I've got
bitch.
one more of
Get out
those,
the
but-
way.
bonus action. I will command Tika to go attack the other one.
Okay.
And I gotta find his attack. Oh, it's still fuzzy. Oh, that looks good. 22 to hit.
Ooh, that
Oh
does
yeah,
look good.
22 definitely hits.
And that'll be 10 damage.
Nice. 10 damages. Excellent.
Question for the DM.
Yes.
Do you happen to know how my what is it called? Sorry, my weapon spiritual weapon reacts to that bubble?
To the bubble of force.
Yeah.
Being ethereal.
Because of I think because of Tom's Doug's push, I think the bead probably ended up further away. Because you were whipping the little guy, right?
Well, I had my spiritual weapon attacking
the big guy.
the big guy.
Yeah.
And so does my spiritual weapon stay by me? Does it
Yep.
get pushed by the bubble?
No, I would rule being ethereal that it would. Well,
I don't think it would have gotten trapped in the bubble.
no, because you can't. You could walk through it if you needed to.
Okay.
So
It's
I
a
think
floating
it's-
spectral weapon.
Yeah.
So it
So
basically
my
is
shove would have went right through the spectral weapon.
okay. I think we're saying it's still by me. So.
Yeah, it's still by you. So
Okay,
you'd have
got
to
it.
move if you want to hit. Right? Are you done, Jacob? Then.
Yes. I think Tika's going to position between the two vampires, and Jacob's going to stay where he was.
Okay. Valine is going to cast Ray of Sickness on the little guy.
Wah.
At 3rd level. So cast that, and she targets him for 15 to hit, which I believe does. Where's the little guy? Yep.
Yeah, they were
15 hits.
14. We learned a lot last week,
Yeah.
last show.
So her damage on that Ray of Sickness is 12 poison damage.
Feels good.
Kind of bouncing between. I have one extra monitor today, so he does not look so well. Hang on a second. Okay, cool. Poison is not listed amongst those, so he takes all of that. He does not look good at all. He is sitting there. He's kind of frustrated. Then she is going to proceed to run up to him and to get into melee range, because she's got shit she wants to try and do.
Balls.
And she's watching you guys fall and stand up and knows she can't heal you at all, so she's going to try to get some of the attention of these guys, because...
Plus, she has more hit points than all of us combined.
Yep. So we get around. That'll complete her turn. She runs up to him after hitting him with this. Tries to get his attention, which she does. She gets his attention, so he is absolutely... Let's see. Well, he's staked, so he doesn't get his hit points. He's going to bite at her. That's for a 9, which will miss her. Her AC is 10. So it just misses her. And it does not have another thing to do. He doesn't have an ally within 5 feet, so his pack tactics don't activate. So that moves us to Crixus. At two hit
Crixus.
points.
Never thought he'd see the day. All right. Well, so Crixus is just gonna straight up do second level cure wounds on himself.
That's a good idea.
Not great, but 12 to the
Something.
good.
You now have more hit points than the little guy.
Yeah, there you go. So how far away is the little guy?
He's like 10 feet behind you. Like if you turn around.
All
he's
right,
10 feet.
bonus action. I'm gonna just move the spiritual weapon
Whip 'em.
in his general area and crack him over the ass with it.
Like a wound up kitchen towel.
Just like that. And that is 14 exactly to hit.
Yeah, that hits him. That's his AC.
And that'll give me 6 damage.
6 damage. You want to describe how this little fucker dies?
Yeah, I mean, I was aiming for his back.
Huge.
And actually, what happened was it lashes him right around the neck, and head popped right off.
Nice. Yep, lash around his neck, and the the necrotic nature of him. There isn't a lot that holds him together there, so when that cracks around his neck and you yank quick and just... And he just falls in front of you. And falls forward onto the stake that's in him and just kind of crumbles to dust in the snow.
Awesome. I'm gonna then. Well, that's it. That's my bonus action to move the. Well,
Alright.
so then I'm gonna move farther away, like
Yep.
kind of towards Valine.
Back, you could get behind Valine easily.
Yeah, let's do
Like
that.
Valine, like you could get out as far away from... You'd be the furthest one away from him if you use your full movement up that hallway.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, so you're back all the way by Jacob, behind Jacob. The Knoll vampire uses his movement, half of his movement, to stand up. It's 15 feet, and then he moves halfway around the ball of horse with the other 15 feet, and then he is going to... let's get him up here.
And I apologize. I had to run out and let the dogs help out. Which thing just died? Was it the one?
The
short-
little one.
The little one.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Between the spell that Valine cast and coming up on him, and then he swung at Valine and missed, and then Crixus used his spirit. He healed himself and used his spiritual weapon to annihilate the last couple of hit points of the little guy.
Excellent.
He moved around. He stood up, moved halfway around the ball of force, and then he is going to look at Valine. She needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
Thought he was gonna summon Bahamut or something like that. Do area of effect damage.
He's going to affix her with a sickening gaze, which is a DC 15 Constitution saving throw. And she fails. So she is considered poisoned for the next 24 hours.
Ooh.
And there's no
Oh,
secondary save to that, so
Ouch, bro.
yeah. And that will be his turn. So we're to Doug. Valine, let me make sure she has poisoned conditions.
All right. I am going to run up to the vampire who is still prone, correct? Or did he get up?
No, he
No.
got up and he walked 15 feet around the ball of force.
Okay. I'm going to run up to
Go for it.
him.
Yep.
As a bonus action, I am going to cast Brandishing Smite, second level, which attack deals an extra 2d6 radiant damage to the target, which becomes visible if it is invisible, and target sheds dim light in a 5-foot radius and can't become invisible until the spell ends. This is concentration, so it's going to get rid of that +2 AC on you, Crixus.
Okay.
Crixus is well safe. He moved
Yep.
away behind Jacob, so
Yep, that's why I feel comfortable doing this. And then when you cast this spell using a spell slot of 3rd level or higher, the extra damage increases by 1d6. This is only a level 2 spell, so it's 2d6. It's going to be extra damage on my attack.
okay.
So I'm going to swing with my mace.
Ace to the face.
Mace. And it's covered up. 23 to hit.
Oh, hell yeah, that hits.
Yeah.
So this is going to
A
be...
question for you.
Yeah.
Was that a 19?
No. I couldn't see. It's +6. So no, it
Oh,
was
plus
17.
six. Okay, so it was a
17.
17.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, remember you critting
Yep, I
on
have
a
crit
19.
on 19 and 20.
Yep.
So technically that would have been a 26 because I had the +3. So 8 plus, what did I say, 2d6? So 8 plus...
Yep.
8 plus 7 is 15 damage. 7 of it
15
radiance.
damages. Did you add your 3 from the... thing with the stuff?
The +3 is on my attack.
In that? Okay. No, it's on the damage, I thought.
You guys, you don't get a say in this.
Which thing is this?
The Hexblade Curse.
Hexblade Curse. I thought it was damage rolls. I could be wrong.
I get a +3 bonus to damage rolls. So yeah, you're right. So that would have
Yeah,
been
it's a
18
damage.
damage. It's not +3 to my attack. It's +3 to damage.
Okay, so that's an additional 3.
And some of that was radiant, right?
Yep,
So
7
it's
was
bludgeoning
radiant.
Radiant doesn't seem to do a ton.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it seems normal. Like the radiant damage for me seems normal.
Noted.
There is a sunlight
Yeah.
thing that happens.
Yeah.
All right, and then my second attack. My dogs are dumb. 18 to hit.
18 does hit. Not by much, but it does hit.
For 6 damage?
6 damage.
9 damage, I mean, because I get the
9
+3. And I don't get radiance on the second attack, right? I'm assuming...
No,
No, it's
just one.
concentration. It's concentration up to a minute.
It says the next time you hit. It's the next time you hit before the spell ends.
Yep.
Okay, so,
So
it's just
when
the
you
one.
once you hit it, goes
So-
away, and you're no longer
Yeah.
concentrating. It's absorbed. It's kind of like a
you can
one-time use
co-
enchantment.
As long as you're concentrating on it, the other effects stay active. The shedding light can't turn invisible things.
Oh, yep.
That's
All right. Yeah,
But
so
yeah,
up
the
to,
damage
up to
part
a
is
minute,
one.
he has a nice little Twilight vampire glow about him.
Ooh,
Sounds
sparkly.
adorable.
And yeah, so that
Is your
last
turn
hit was
complete, sir?
9 damage total.
Yep. Is your turn complete?
Yeah, because I can't do anything else.
All right, we're to Jacob. He's moved around the side of the
All
ball of
right,
force, so you could actually hit him. You wouldn't be shooting through the ball of force.
All right, I will take 2 shots with the longbow. Oh, is it enough? 18.
18 does hit.
All right, I will add Tika's reaction 1d6 fire damage to this one. So it's where did it go?
10 damage plus the d6.
Did it roll? It disappeared.
You should be able to look in the log and see it.
All right, 3. So 10 from the longbow, 3 from the fire.
All right.
Second attack. That'll be enough, I think. Yeah. 24 to hit.
Absolutely.
Oh, it was better, but it's okay. 8 damage piercing.
Hey, Jacob.
Yeah.
Want to describe kill shot?
All right, yeah. So, and he's very easy to see spot because he's glowing. Gonna shoot the first one. To kind of get his arms out of the way. So I'm gonna try to. The first one would have been in an arm, and then opens up the shot where I can see the stake, and I'm gonna aim for the stake and pound it further into his heart.
Oh, fantastic. You hit the end of that stake, and it does it hits something like in his rib cage in his back or something, and you hit that stake, and it actually is driven into the heart, and you split it, and it expands within his heart, and you hear the sizzle and scream as he falls back and hits the ground. And if you've ever seen someone fall into like powdery snow, it kind of is that, except it's all ash as he dissipates, leaving a black spot in the ice.
Doug is gonna throw his arms up in the air and yell, "Trick shot for the win!" Yeah.
Of all the ways I saw that ending, that was not in the card in my my thoughts. I never thought we were gonna do that.
The shoving and ball of force and getting the stake in him and then shoving him away and then ball of forcing him away and making him have to stand up and move was clutch. Like, I don't know if that's what you guys were discussing, but that's, yeah.
Nope.
So
Yeah, the shoving
nicely
is
done.
what I came up with last night when I said I have a plan.
Nicely done.
Oof.
Well, I'm glad we didn't have to resort to my terrible plan.
What was your terrible plan?
My terrible plan was we have 2 bags of holding and a creature that doesn't mind being shunted to another plane.
Ah,
Yeah.
But we would have lost everything in both bags of holding and definitely would have had to get everybody clear of 10 feet of it. But
That is a terrible plan.
Yeah. Kind of is.
that
Crixus-
plan counted
Crixus-
on someone else getting Crixus out of the way, but Crixus was still standing. I got some healing for you if you want, Crixus.
I
Crixus
feel.
goes down to a knee.
Yeah, Doug is gonna plop on his ass and he's gonna just say, "I need a nap. I hurt. I'm hurt."
Who wants to cure wounds first?
Valine walks forward, and the group of you kind of like Jacob's walking up to heal, and Crixus and Doug are sitting there. As Jacob walks up, Valine walks over and right on the edge of things turns around and casts Liamon's tiny hut right in this
Perfect.
area. Keep you guys safe. You're all inside of it.
All right. So we definitely need to take a long rest.
So I'm gonna
I
ask.
got that.
I'm gonna ask Valine.
I think we
How
just walked out of a long rest like a few, not that long ago.
Yeah. Well, guess what? Go ahead, Crixus.
I'm gonna ask Valine how she's feeling.
I'm spent magically. I didn't get hit as much, but I've gone through. Let's see if I'm looking at this. Yeah, she's out of 4s. She's out of 3s. She is now out of 2s with the tiny hut. She's got a couple of 1s left.
Is she
I'm gonna-
feeling the effects of the poison?
She feels, yeah. She feels weak. Something that he did, like when he looked at her. I don't know what it is. He didn't bite me or anything, but I do not feel well.
Can I try the lesser restoration to see if that
Sure.
solves that problem for her?
Restoration. Does lesser restoration cure poisons?
Blinded, blind, deaf, paralyzed, or poisoned.
Okay, yep. That would clear that from her.
All right.
She takes a deep breath in and thank you, Crixus. That does feel better.
Jacob would want to go look for the arrows, and I shot 6 of them, and I rolled a 6 on a d6, but I feel like at least one of them might have been destroyed.
Yeah, the one that was in him that split the thing, the head kind of compacted, but you're able to find the other ones. So 5 of them.
Yeah, well, one was easy to find. It was in the back of Valine.
Yeah, exactly. She actually came back and handed it to you. Said, "This is yours."
I have an itch right here. I just can't seem to scratch. Can you check it out?
Do be careful.
All right, and then I'm gonna use some hit dice for sure.
Well, you're gonna take a long rest here, aren't you?
Yeah.
Are we able to?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Crixus is
Wonderful.
exhausted, so he could rest anyway.
Yeah. I'm pretty much of the mindset that I would put down my pack and just zonk right out.
There are strenuous things you do in life sometimes where you just want to go to bed earlier, and you sleep all night, and it happens. So, I am saying yes. You can take another long rest. This would put you back on a more normal schedule with the daylight cycle.
Oh, excellent.
So, where
Not
you
that we
kinda
would
got
know
off
being
it
in a
before
cavern.
No, you don't actually understand that, but when you took the long rest early before, it kind of set you off of the daylight schedule, but now you're actually, your body's naturally, your internal clocks are telling you, hey, yeah, this is when we normally sleep, and I'm exhausted. So for the next 8 hours inside the hut, you rest. Anything
All right,
you would
can-
like to do or discuss during this time?
Can I just have Tika just do a little recon while we're in there? Just
Sure.
kind of
Where do you want to
check
go?
out the just check out all the little side alcoves and see if there's anything threatening. I don't want her to search necessarily, just make sure there isn't a threat.
Okay, so like around H19?
Yeah,
Or
H19, and then
stuff.
probably just to the split to the south. Like she's not gonna go. I'd
She's
probably
not
just
gonna
have
go
her sit
21
in
or
that
20?
hallway to the.
Okay.
I think I'd just have her sit in the hallway down there just to guard.
Okay. There isn't anything else in the area. Those little alcoves to the north, just more bones laying there. Heading south, it does split. There is a looking down the hallway into 20. Can you see what she sees, or no?
No,
No.
she has an intelligence of 8, so
Oh,
enough
okay.
to know what's good for her, but not enough to really gather intel.
I say she was kind of curious and walked down and peeked her head into H20 and then turned around very quickly. came back. And then she saw there's another hallway leading off to H21.
Okay, yeah. We'll wait till we're all good to go before
Crixus will,
venturing that far.
Crixus will ask the professor if there's anything interesting they need to know about this part of the cave.
I don't know. I have never been here. I know of Yathren. I know stories of Yathren, but I don't know of this cave in particular.
Interesting. All right.
So if we get somewhere else where you'd like some information, I could look around at that, but judging this room, this was probably where he stayed for a while.
Interesting.
You guys take a long rest here then. What would you like to do after your long rest? You feel refreshed, thankful to be alive.
Actually, before I took my long rest, I would have done Divine Sense. As an action, I can detect good and evil until the end of my turn. But just to be sure that there is nothing, it's within 60 feet. So that would be...
Okay. Yeah, you don't detect anything evil. You don't detect anything good. It's like almost like there's nothing, no presence down or around you at all.
Does Jacob get any sense off of Valine?
Doug?
Does Doug get a sense from Valine?
Yeah, sorry, Doug.
That is an interesting question.
Yeah, I suppose because that would go off of everybody.
Let me grab.
I mean, I don't know, but I don't think she's evil. She just isn't,
Yeah.
doesn't care.
Fair point.
I'm gonna say no. You don't technically get anything. Here, let me just grab her real quick. I don't think she is.
Jacob would ask if anybody had any spare arrows, which I think
No.
we talked about. There's some in the bag of holding.
Nothing comes off of Aline as far as good or evil. Like she literally reads neutral.
Good to note.
All right.
All right, then I'm good to go.
Crixus, did you had some arrows, right, in the bag of holding from?
Yeah. So let me just get to that.
I can't remember what it was, but I think I remember saying that at most he had 20 in his quiver, so any above 20 would have been in the bag of holding, and the ones in the quiver turned to ice.
While we're in our long rest, it would make sense that we have time to go through the bag of holding, just as a
Yep.
reminder for the team. There's a figurine of wondrous power, alchemy jug, the immovable rod, a +1 longbow, potion of cold resistance, which Crixus does not need, as a reminder. Short sword +1, cloak of billowing, crossbow bolts acid style. There's 20 of those. Dragon's blood, and playing card set.
I actually would probably take the +1. I have a longbow of warning, but the +1 longbow would be just a slight better. Especially, I think Doug said he's got a warning weapon too.
Yep. He's
Yes,
got a
I
mace
do.
of warning. So
You should take
Okay.
that
We do.
+1 longbow then.
And then I know we talked about arrows, but I want to say it was only like 10
yeah.
that would have been in the bag of holding.
Yeah, I have crossbow bolt, but I don't show that there's arrows.
I think you took them already when we talked about it.
Okay, I didn't put them in my inventory, but
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I have 18 total then, and that's all the arrows we have.
All right.
I'll take that longbow then. Did you want to swap, or should I can just throw it in the other one in my pack for now, in my bag?
There's no reason for me to have a crossbow or a longbow. Sell it next time we get somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. All right. So what would you guys like to do?
All right. Well, get up, stretch. I'm all ready to go. So Tika does. You don't see what she sees, but she can communicate with you. What she saw, like nothing north.
You guys came from the north, so you kind of know.
Well,
you
I
didn't
mean,
feel anything from the
H19
north.
has those 2 rooms above it.
Oh yeah, yeah,
So-
those 2 rooms. Yeah,
I,
I mean, you
Yeah, I
guys
think
can
it's
half seen
we go
there
just-
anyways.
Yeah, just go peek in them.
Yeah.
Just to make sure, because she wasn't looking for treasure or anything.
yeah. So
peeking in them, that's just bones and
right.
refuse.
All right, then I'm going to
Ice.
start heading south. I'm going to just say, all right, let's go, and just start marching south and not necessarily wait for anybody.
Do you go to H21 or H22, left or right?
I am going to go. I'll go left.
Go left to H21.
Wait.
The pattern. Left is
Yep.
always right.
As you approach this room, the icy floor has been chipped away massively. And in the indentation, it looks like something was in here, like chipping away at this. There is a frozen frost giant. Whoever excavated this ice away either took everything that was valuable or didn't find anything valuable. But this frozen frost giant is still half frozen in there, but it was deemed either they got what they were digging for or they discovered that there was nothing there. And kind of looking through the chips and scratches in the ice, you don't see anything beyond him other than he's just kind of stuck in that ice.
Oh.
Hey Norm, you got that drippy cave music?
I do.
This hip hop is kind of taking me out of the out of the setting.
I honestly didn't even think about it.
We're feeling pretty good after making it through that battle.
Crix has pulled out a little box that's got a speaker on it. It's got it over his shoulder and just turned it bopping down the cave.
It'll just take a second.
So
Modified sending stone.
the frozen frost giant. How tall is this guy?
About 20 feet. He takes up most of the floor in this place.
All right.
I fear to think what you're thinking right now.
I'd like to investigate the rest of this room.
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
14.
14. You don't come across anything that seems to be of value. Oh, that's better. Valine
The haunted house.
contemplates for a moment, wondering if trying to animate this guy would be useful. She determines after thinking and looking back at the tunnel behind her and thinking about it that he wouldn't navigate well in here, so she's not going to try and animate him.
I'm gonna open up the backpack and strap it down so that the professor can always see what's going on in here.
Yeah, he comments that this used to be the land prior to Ythrin's collapse was known to have frost giants roaming it. And perhaps Ythrin landed on him, entombing him in ice.
Yikes! Interesting.
The Professor Orb can float himself around, right? If we just let him loose.
I'm not sure that I
No.
want him just floating around though.
He can't
So-
float himself around.
For some reason, I thought he could cast Mage Hand. I don't know why. If I'm remembering that, or
I think you're misremembering, or maybe that's something that, I mean, if you were watching that other show where they were running this, the DM
Maybe.
might have thought that was a cool way to guide people around. I suppose it might be possible. He hasn't talked like he could cast anything or do anything.
Wow. There is a whole write-up on him, so I'll read it while we continue on.
Where would you like to go? You didn't find
Alright.
anything useful in this end of things.
All right, so yeah,
Try going.
Doug would have actually taken a really close look at the frost giant to see if there was anything visible that he had on his body, like if we would have spent like 5 minutes tapping at the ice to get to.
Looking at it, you don't see anything. You don't see any places where something might have been torn out or anything like that. It looks like someone dug in here looking for stuff and didn't find anything. Making that investigation.
Jeff, you're absolutely right.
Oh, he can?
In
He can
addition,
cast?
in addition to the knowledge it possesses, the orb can cast Mage Hand cantrip at will. It uses the spell only to transport itself.
Oh,
Hmm.
there you go.
It hasn't mattered. It's always been in a backpack.
Yeah, it's up to you whether or not you want to actually let him do that.
I don't want him to do that because I do want to maintain control over the item. So
Prevent him from
he's
just...
in the backpack strapped down, but the top is flipped open so he can continue to see and participate in conversation.
All right.
Alright.
You guys head back down the tunnel towards H20. As you move towards H20, you take the split in the hallway that leads that way. You can tell the stench that you smelt in H19 was coming from here.
Ugh.
As you get closer, this opens up. There's a pillar of ice that looks like it was shattered, as if something had burst from the inside of it. Around the base of this pillar, there are 12 human skulls.
Well, naturally, we're gonna go check that out.
Oh, sure. Looking at that,
As I'm going though, I'm gonna be actively looking for any type of traps because that looks very suspicious.
Sauce.
make an investigation check.
18.
18. With an 18, you're looking at it, and Professor Scant chimes in. You actually see there's a split in the entirety of this room that seems to you're able to, with an 18, realize this lines up with where you split the glacier to get inside. Looking at the pillar of ice, you notice that the form at the base of it, where the legs might have been, you see like leg imprints, very similar to what you just annihilated in the other room that nearly annihilated you. And you piece together that by opening the glacier and coming in here, you released that vampire into this cave.
Ooh. What else?
So
did we
what
find?
you fought was of your own making, essentially.
We deserve it.
I'm gonna look at
Yeah.
everybody else and just say, "Oops."
And then,
Well, it wasn't Doug's fault. He came later.
That is
Yeah.
true.
it's true. It's true.
Yeah. So I'm actually, instead of saying "oops," I'm gonna say, "Way to go, guys."
Yeah.
What did you do?
What did you do? Around the base, looking at those skulls, 12 skulls from 12 skeletons that you found headless before. 12, all the number 12 is lining up along all these things. This spirit shadow things you fought, the 12 skeletons you found, and now the 12 skulls you found. Other than that, there isn't anything in this room. There's nothing of value. This was just the tomb that enclosed the Knoll vampire.
All right, then. Upon finding nothing, Doug would start backtracking. I'm gonna go back up through. Let's see here.
Okay. So you backtrack up through,
To H17.
all the way back up through
So-
H17.
We
We
followed
never
up.
went.
Yep, you've gone through H18. You came in through H14. You've been through H13.
So we need to go back south through H13. I'm looking at the map here.
Yeah, to
Yeah.
H16.
Yep.
H16 and H15. Where was the? Here, I'm looking for. I'm
Yeah,
scrolling through the map.
We went through 11 and 13
Yep.
Yep.
And 12.
and 12. Yeah,
So 16, 15. Which direction?
so we would come across 16 first, right?
Yep.
So
Yeah, so I would just start going down to 16.
all right, make sure you're commanding Tika with your newly learned draconic words.
Yeah. Yeah. That's all you, buddy.
That was only 2 days ago, not 5 weeks.
Yeah.
Sure, we'll go with that.
You enter 16. Can you roll a d12 for me?
I can. Do I really want to?
Yeah,
Do
maybe.
it. Do it. Do it.
Lucky number 7.
7. You kind of look around and
If I turn to ice again, I'm going to be pissed.
you're eerily quiet, but you don't notice anything.
All right. So I'm just going to continue looking around, and I'm going to go south into the next opening if I don't see anything.
Yep.
Crixus is gonna stay behind and investigate this room.
All right. Crixus, go ahead and take a look around the room as you pass through. Doug, you're gonna have the option to go left or right to H22 or H15.
7. I don't do a very good job.
I'm going
Find
to
a
keep
lot of ice and snow.
Old.
I'm going to keep going south.
Keep going south to H22.
Mhm.
H22 opens up, and there is a large borehole. Can you roll a d12 for me again?
Oh Jesus.
This 30-foot high cave exits to the north and south, and along the western side is a 15-foot diameter hole in the floor that seems to be the upper end of a tunnel.
As a side note, large borehole was your mom's nickname in high school.
Oh, wow.
Ouch.
Wow. Are you implying my mom's a pig?
I got 12.
You
Got a
got
12.
frozen.
12 on the die. You look around, and the only thing in front of you is this large borehole. Again, it's creepy quiet, like unsettlingly quiet.
As we filter in there, that hole look a lot like the other hole we saw.
Yes, it does. It looks very much like that hole, and you have a feeling it may lead right down to where the last one. Crixus, you get that feeling as you come into this room.
Is
Near
there
one of these
any
holes, and
large rocks or ice chunks I could throw down?
Crixus
yeah,
just reminds everybody what was at the bottom of that thing, right?
yep.
So I'm gonna take the largest chunk of ice I can find and huck it down there.
Okay, and then it's you hear it sliding along the ice, and then into a splash. You don't hear any screech or anything though.
Anybody feel like going for a swim?
Crixus told us there was something like I can't remember what, centipede snake or something down there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I can't
Well,
remember what. I'd have to look in my notes.
When I had the beacon, we had sent it down there, and there was kind of like a large snake with multiple legs. So it was terrifying looking, and we should be wary of it.
So you're saying you don't want to go down there and swim?
I mean, I'm saying there's probably some cool stuff down there,
Yeah,
and that's what we're here for. But it is
I'm-
dangerous.
definitely here for some cool stuff. All right.
Do you have I think we determined the reason we didn't go in was because we didn't have a way back out. Potentially.
Yeah, it doesn't necessarily seem closer to where we're headed. So
So the question is then, do you move on further south, or do you go back to H15?
I would just continue. We're on this path. So I would continue going south.
All right. Unless there's any objections, you continue heading south.
Can we just ask? So, Jacob, your friend, what does he think about the hole? Does he have any perspectives?
She?
Tika?
Tika.
Tika would probably take a sniff of it and see if there's any good or bad smells.
Yeah.
Let's see. Perception is wisdom, right? So she's rolled a 2 + 2 is 4. Probably not.
All she sniffs is her own butt.
Ah, gross.
Again, Tika has no problem jumping into it if someone wants her to go, but she also doesn't know if she could climb way back up. But I can recast her if need be, or re-summon her.
I will command her to go down, and I don't remember what the commands are.
Fetch, explore.
Explore, yeah.
Let's see. We gave you quiet, help, attack, fetch, and hear.
Oh.
But we're probably all in the room by now, so.
Yep, so you're all around, so
Around.
if Jacob actually could tell her to go explore.
Unfortunately, if she can't come back, she can't tell us what she saw, or even try to communicate it, so.
Yeah, alright. I'm just gonna go
It's up
keep
to you.
going south then.
She is, I set her to acid the last time, so she is, like, black, and she would probably do a good job sneaking.
No, I'm just gonna go
Sweet.
keep going south. I'm not gonna bother with Tika.
Okay.
Okay,
Alright.
so you continue on south
Moving on.
towards H31. From a distance, you can see a flat, cloudy sheet of ice on one wall of this 40-foot high cavern, and there is something dark and humongous that shifts behind this wall of ice, its tentacles waving unimpeded. You become aware that you are not alone inside your mind. Somehow this horror, this thing from another world, has wormed its way inside you.
Is this everybody, or is this just me?
How close do you get? You feel something probing at the edges of your head.
I'm gonna cast Detect Good in... Is it within 60 feet?
You can get within 60 feet of it, yes.
I will get
Would you
within...
say it's calling to you?
Yeah, I'm gonna get within 60 feet and do the Detect Good and Evil Divine Sense.
Oh, this thing seems very evil.
I will tell everybody.
Is it an actual, like, wall of ice, or is it like a pond, or what is it? Trying to see from
it
the
says
map.
wall in the description.
Okay.
I assume it's the whole. It's like a pond that goes up the wall, and you can see foggily through it all. And he's massive behind all of that. The closer you get to it, Doug, the more you felt it probing the edges of your mind. Like, you first felt it probably about 80 feet away, and as you got within 60 feet to detect good or evil, you feel it reaching out, almost calling to you.
Alright, well, I am going to take Scoot and Jack's advice. I rolled a magic 8-ball. She says that's a nope, get out, Doug. And I rolled a magic 8-ball, and it says, yeah. because my question was, should I listen to Scoot Jack? So I am going to back away.
Okay.
Um,
You back away to the rest of the group.
Yep, I'm gonna back away to the rest of the group, and
Alright.
I'm
So
actually
we're-
gonna go and hug that south wall, and say,
Okay.
let's see if we can't sneak past it and continue south. I don't know if this is a guard of some sort, but I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
So sneak past it through this room, or find another way to sneak past it.
I'm gonna honestly, I think maybe we can get past it if we hug that this wall, and that south wall. I'm gonna kind of go by.
You
And
go
I'm
by
s-
the
Well, what
south
is it,
wall to
man?
try and hug it around
You
the
want-
corner.
Do you
Yeah.
want to send Tika first?
Yeah, let's send Tika. Yeah, that's actually a great idea.
All right, I will send Tika along the south wall.
As
What
Tika
evil
gets
are
to
we
the
preparing
corner,
to face, boy?
as she gets right to the corner, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw for her.
She gets +5 on this. 19.
19. Yeah, she walks around the corner like nothing happened. She's clearly a little spooked by the thing, keeping her distance, but she walks around that corner perfectly fine.
Okay.
All right.
Well, looks like she made it. I'm gonna go, and I'm really gonna be cautious as I, almost like, when you're on a ledge and you have your back
Yep.
against it and you kind of shuffle.
You're shuffling, you get right to that corner. I need a wisdom saving throw from you.
Every day I'm shuffling.
18.
18. Yeah, you feel the thing probe at your mind and reaching in, but you're able to shake off this feeling as you round the corner and head down the tunnel to the south, meeting up with Tika.
I'm gonna Crixus, how do you feel about this? I'm gonna get out a length of rope and tie it probably to Valine. One
Does
end of it.
Cricket understand what's happening?
It's you can
Doug seems to just be going kind of crazy.
you walk
Hey, now.
as you get closer to it, you can feel it reaching out to your mind, Crixus.
Yeah, can I tie one end of the rope to Valine and one end to me? And as I start feeling that, be like, okay, something weird here. I think we need to get through it in case something bad happens to one of us.
So Crixus has had people living in his brain before. Is it like that?
No, it's different. It's not like it's in your brain. It's like it's examining, probing, looking for weakness.
Gross.
Hey, I think I
Valine?
might have done this wrong. So on saving throws, it says I have +3 on saves. Is that automatically added to the save?
Yeah. If you click the saving throw button, yeah.
Okay, so I would have gotten 15 then on my save, not an 18.
15.
Because I'm looking at it and I'm trying to read, and I think I made this mistake before because it says +3 on saves, and as I'm looking at my modifiers and stuff.
Yeah. So you pause for a second at that, and then you feel something really kind of almost like a finger plunging itself into your brain,
Gross.
and you concentrate. You're able to push that away and continue around the corner.
Okay. I'm just gonna shake my head and I'm gonna yell back to the team: "Be strong. Keep your mind strong."
Who's going next? You
Rick
tied
says-
yourself to
go
Valine, Jacob.
Crixus is gonna go.
Yeah,
Is Crixus going? Okay.
Crixus would go.
Do it. Do it. Do it.
What saving throw is that?
Wisdom.
Clerics are good at that, right?
14.
Yes, I'm very good at it, except when I roll like that. 14.
You get to the corner and something seizes control of your mind and you freeze.
So Doug would have been. I would be waiting around that corner. Is he around the corner or is he out of my line of sight yet?
He is right at the corner. You can both see him from both sides of it. But you freeze almost like something has taken control of your body and locked you in place as you feel the fingers of it probe your mind,
Crixus,
looking for information.
what are you waiting for?
You can hear your friends. You can't move. Can't
Crixus.
speak.
Jacob's just going crap. All right. Jacob's gonna do he's gonna do less sneaking. He's got Valine in tow, about depending on how much rope, about 30, 40 feet
Yep.
of rope between them. He's gonna say, Valine, here we go, and he's gonna run and along that wall, and in the process, his plan is to grab Crixus and slide him along the ice around the corner if he can, if he makes it that far.
Okay, as you approach Crixus and you get a hand on him, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
16.
You feel something penetrate into your mind and you fight it back as you grab Crixus's arm or waist and just start trying to slide him along the ice. Crixus, you can tell you're being slid along the ice. You can see it, you can hear it, you cannot speak, you cannot move. Something has hold of your body and mind. Like
I'm gonna
nothing
rush
you've
up to
ever
him.
experienced before.
And grab Crixus.
So you reach in, you grab Crixus. Valine goes beyond, or it comes time that she has to pass them. You are well beyond it. As you are pushing Crixus, Jacob, and you are pulling Crixus, Doug. Jacob, suddenly there's drag on the rope. Hard as you turn around and realize Valine is frozen in place.
Perfect.
And you are pulling her with the rope
So
Okay.
towards
Yeah,
you.
I don't think I can do both. Not with a strength of 8. So
Yeah. So you turn around and start focusing on pulling Valine beyond this corner.
yeah.
Doug, you've started taking Manning Crixus and moving him through.
I'll pull him south out of until I can feel that tingly out of my brain. I'm gonna keep moving him south. So I'm not sure how far down that is.
How far you're taking him?
Yeah, until I feel the fingers get out of my brain.
Oh, you don't feel anything in your brain at the point where you picked up Crixus.
Oh, okay.
You sense the presence, but nothing is probing you.
So I'm gonna bring him almost to the mouth of those of where
H32
H32 is. Yep. So right to that
Okay.
opening, and I'm gonna prop him up in that little indent on the left there, just so he's kind of out of the way.
Okay.
I'm gonna lean him against the wall if he's stiff.
Yeah, he is. He is stiff. Looking into H32, every surface of this 20-foot high cave is polished to a mirror finish. You are faced with distorted reflections of yourself standing in this archway.
Nice.
You think trying to go into that cave would be very disorienting based on the reflections. You stand there, observing the cave, Crixus, the quiet, as Jacob comes walking behind you, dragging Valine along. You stand there faced with your two friends that are paralyzed, unblinking, unmoving.
I am going to just reach back and give Crixus a strong backhand right to the face.
Go ahead and make an attack roll. He doesn't have his dexterity modifier to this at all, so for his AC, it'd be very easy to backhand him.
Feels more like a Constitution saving throw.
12.
Crixus, you see Doug wind up, backhand you, and he backhands you, and you feel the impact, but your head doesn't move. Doug, as you backhand him, it hurts your hand. Like, you hit the bone beneath his skin, and that really hurt.
Like backhanding
His
a wall.
head did not move at all. Crixus, inside, you feel this, like, imagine several 20, 30 tentacles just probing their way around your mind. You slowly are hanging on to the what is your reality and what is you. Focusing on your friend in front of you. The slap actually helped you maintain focus on the here and now as this thing probes through your mind, looking through all your memories, through all your insecurities, looking for weakness, looking for a way, looking for information.
Yikes.
If Valine, I probably would. So they're like stiff as a statue, so not like I
Yep.
could throw her over the top of Tika and have her carry her. She's
It would
like
be awkward.
rigid. Okay.
Yeah, you'd have to tie her. Yep. They are
Okay.
rigid.
All right, I just try to get her down in that same area next to Crixus, and
You do. It's not hard with the ice. You can drag her along. She may fall over at some point, but then she slides
This is-
along the ice well.
this is beyond my level of expertise. You got any cool paladin things that you can do to these guys besides
That's-
slapping?
The magic hand slap of the paladin.
Yeah, I know that's in the medicinal handbook with the snake on the cover, but
Is there anything you would like to try and do, Doug?
I am going to. I'm looking through all my stuff.
ditto.
Can Crixus, the piece of his mind that is active, can he
Oh,
reach out
crap.
to Suni
Hey, so
and just like
Yeah, once
talk
again,
to her with his mind? Just
Right,
you
say
know,
a prayer,
his deity.
reach out.
Yeah,
Yeah, you focus on.
just for focus and clarity of mind.
Mm-hmm. For sure. What would you like to try and do, Doug? You
So-
found something.
I realized I didn't realize I had this. I have Aura of Protection. While you are conscious, you grant all friendly creatures, including you within 10 feet, a +3 bonus to all saving throws.
Ooh. What was your saving throw? I'm just trying to remember.
I
Rick just
know-
had a 12.
Were
I
you-
think.
Were you within? I wrote him down. Were you within 10 feet of him when he rounded the corner?
I
don't
would have.
Oh yeah, they weren't within 10 feet of you at that point. So
It
Oh,
was quite a trap
okay.
through that.
Yeah, I
area.
suppose. Well, for future reference, if you're within 10 feet of me.
yep.
Hmm.
Is there anything you do over the next hour?
I mean, I think I would probably just try Cure Wounds first level just to see if it does anything.
Doesn't appear to do anything to them. Go ahead and expand.
Okay.
I would
Yeah.
try Spare the Dying.
Okay. And you cast Spare the Dying, and you usually have a good idea if that takes hold. It doesn't seem to do anything. They are both clearly still living. They have a heartbeat.
Mm-hmm.
Their eyes
Um,
open. They seem to be breathing.
um, I don't know if it would work, but I think you lay on hands can cure disease or poison. Looks like. I don't know if that's you got to use five points of it though.
Crixus is mouthing, "Kill me."
Oil can.
Oil can. Oil can.
Oh. Yeah, I would try the lay on hands then.
Okay. Trying to do what? Use 5 points to.
I'm gonna try to cure a disease because I don't think he's poisoned.
Okay. You can go ahead and mark off your lay on hands, 5 points.
Yep.
Laying your hands aboard Crixus or on Crixus, you try and cure the disease. And it doesn't seem to do anything for him.
I mean, I think the only other thing, I guess I'd do a medicine check just to see if I can figure out what's going on.
I'm proficient in intimidation. Can I try to scream in his face?
You absolutely can scream in his face.
Don't call down other monsters.
No, I would not do that.
I'm medicine checking. Stay. 21 on a medicine check, and it's probably more just confirming what I felt trying to probe my mind that he didn't.
Yeah, there isn't a lot you know. You don't know that this is a medicinal thing. Over the course of the hour, you try many, many things. You have one last thing you want to try there, Norm? Looked like you were going to say something.
No, I'm thinking. I'm checking my inventory to see if I have.
Does the professor have any advice for our team?
I'm gonna press the amulet of Mistral on him, because isn't that something we got from the cave?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
I'm gonna
got
press
the
the
amulet
amulet
of
of Mistral on him and pray to my god.
Your god is...
I don't know, whoever my god is.
whoever my god is.
It would be
He's
important
an
to
unholy
know,
holy pin man.
but,
You press the symbol to him, and nothing seems to come of it. The professor standing there says this is unworldly magic. This is not magic of our realm. They're under some sort of spell.
So I'm gonna say to him, so battering shielding him probably won't help then?
Nothing physical. If you have a way to dispel magic, possibly might help.
I don't.
Get rid of magic.
Let's see, paladins can change their spells every day, but do you,
Yeah, I would
what
have
levels dispel magic do you get it? Never been a paladin.
Do you have it? Because you aren't going to get through a day before this resolves itself.
No, I don't have it in my inventory.
Okay. So over the course of the hour, Crixus, you feel these fingers probe your mind. You realize that Valine is probably going through the same thing. I need you to make an intelligence saving throw. As will Valine.
Okay. And I'm definitely within close proximity to a paladin, so that save is 22.
22. You do save. As does Valine. So I need to roll this out. You will take half of this. And then make sure I got this right. Okay. I see it, Tom. You take half of 61 points of psychic damage.
Oh,
so 30 points of psychic damage.
Shit.
My God.
And Valine also takes 30 points of psychic damage because she saved as well. Then, I need you to. Oops. Let's back that up. I need you to roll D100 for me, Grixis.
Oh no.
Yeah. Sure.
Sorry guys, I got you into this.
Mm-hmm.
My bad.
Maybe,
Get Feline's D100 here as well.
maybe we should have went down the hole.
Yeah, maybe.
23.
23 for you and
A Michael
30
Jordan.
for Valine. As you come to and regain the function of your arms, you become incredibly paranoid. Oh, wait. Yep. You have a long-term madness of paranoia.
Mm.
You have disadvantage on wisdom and charisma checks going forward. And for variety, I'm going to have Valine reroll.
Those
'cause
are the
she
two
rolled the
things
same
I had
one.
advantage.
So, well, that's kind of
I'm proficient in.
nice. Let's see if we can give Valine something different. 20. That should be something different. Yeah. She starts seeing things. She has vivid hallucinations, which give her disadvantage on all ability checks going forward.
Cool.
Awesome.
And you guys are gain full function of yourself again, but Crixus, you are now paranoid, and Valine is hallucinating.
Oh, this
That's where
module
we'll
loves
end.
the madnesses.
No, it's a horror module. It is about being alone and being driven to the edge of madness. And yeah, that Ryan, you absolutely you were right. Like, can you call it? I'm like, yeah, this is like a fucking Cthulhu thing.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Sounded like that's where we were headed. So I would have probably not gone forward, but it is cool.
That wisdom saving throw was a 15. So those of you that got by just
So,
got by.
yeah, Doug 15. Well, plus the 3 for Doug, but then
Yeah.
Jacob 16, and Crixus only missed it by 1.
Yep, exactly. So Valine is hallucinating. I'm going to make note of this. So, yeah. You can take us out of here. So you went from the frying pan into the fire, basically.
Yeah. Well, still alive.
Well,
So
that's my bad.
just as a note, we'll probably take a short rest as Crixus gets his mind around what the hell just happened and roll some hit dice, maybe. I don't know. Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have any. Oh, yeah, you guys did.
Oh,
take
you
damage.
just took 30.
That's right.
They both did. Him
Like-
and Valine. That was 8d10.
Oh my
I
god.
just took a mental shot in the mouth.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, I see what you were thinking.
That's 31. Yeah. We're making our way through the cave now. I mean, now we're kind of
Making our way.
Yeah, exactly. I was waiting for you to do that. Oh, where the hell did my map go? I lost
All
my
right.
map somewhere.
We are Two Nerds One Quest. We are here every Sunday morning, 8:30 a.m. Central Time. If we are not all here, you will see other D&D modules and fun made-up stuff happening.
I think we got every combination now, don't we?
Yep.
No,
You
we
guys
got
haven't
Ryan
played one
gone.
without me. You haven't done something
Oh yeah,
different.
yeah. So we'll have to do.
Oh.
We'll have to get
But I
something
know you're
that-
planning for that for summer.
Yep.
So
Oh yeah, we'll get that rolling.
Yep, that'll be a summer thing. Yeah, Sunday mornings, 8:30 a.m. Central Time. Why Central Time? Because we live in the best
In
time
Central
zone in the
Time.
world.
Right in the guts.
You can, if you want to support us, go to patreon.com/2nerds1quest. Go to bit.ly/ourfundiscord to find all of our links. Join our Discord, have some fun. We talk about things like beer and movies and music and games. Yeah, ask us questions. We are all accessible in the Discord.
Oh, well, yeah.
More or less. And yeah, if you want to support us, also give us some reviews and ratings wherever you get your podcast from. This is also put out in podcast form on our Patreon. You get your own private feed, which has the pre and post show content. The regular podcast that is free to the world does not include that. It is just the show proper, from the opening music to the closing music. So pop in our Patreon, just $1 a month gets you your own podcast feed. With all that extra stuff. So, with that being said, for me, for Lazy Dragon, for Cooch, Mr. DMJC, we'll catch you on the flip side.
Get after it.
It probes your mind.
Just like your mom.
Oh man,
All right.
that's so sweet. Did you have what is it, a Polish pie or something? I forget what those things are called, but
If you guys are in
Yeah, it
chat,
was weird.
yet, go on this link and click on it. We're gonna vote on some show titles.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, I was on the far half, and all of a sudden came out through the panely doors into the bar area. I was like, wait, I know where I am.
that is awesome.
But I haven't been there probably in 20 plus years.
I mean, it's completely different now because someone drove into it, so they did a lot of renovation to it. And I wish I was
Disadvantage
there
of being.
that really happened. So,
All right.
Who the hell said roll scant like a bowling ball?
Cooch. All right, I'm gonna read these out. Your mom has a lot of dexterity laying on her back. Down with the ray of sickness. He's got a nice twilight glow about him. No Noel is good Noel. Spring cleaning the bag of holding. That was from Scoot and Jack. Frozen frost giant. Skull pillar is sus. Large borehole. I'm definitely here for some cool stuff. Roll scant like a bowling ball. And if you are stiff for more than an hour, you may want to consult a doctor. And that was from Alquin, I believe.
That just seems really appropriate.
If you're in chat, vote on some titles. Go to that
Alright.
link.
I'm giving that one.
Vote. So what's everybody got going on today?
Sitting on my ass after tiling the backsplash of my girlfriend's kitchen yesterday. The two of us got up early in the morning and hit that hard. And it looked
Nice
phenomenal.
work, man.
So now we're gonna relax and enjoy it.
You're just gonna sit in the kitchen, pull up a chair, and just stare at it for a while?
No, we can see the kitchen from the living room. So
Oh.
sit in the living
how's
room on the
Liz
comfy
doing? I
couch
haven't
and
talked to her in a while. How's she doing?
very, very well. She got a
We
promotion.
gotta
at
find a
work.
reason to get together again.
Oh hell yeah, we've talked about that, like getting together with you guys, with kids and everything. So we definitely need to do that sometime soon.
Yeah, I'm overdue for a haircut, so hopefully that's this afternoon for you.
I got one.
Oh, nice.
With my hat on, so I needed one in the worst way.
Let's see. Masters final round is today, so that's exciting times. The Brewers are off to gangbusters start to the season at 0-2 against the Scrubs. So hopefully they can try to even the score today a little bit, and then
If you're
vote
up,
my life right there,
if
cleaning
you're
up
up
of this
for
house.
watching some soccer, I'm not sure what channel it's on. It may be on something important, but Manchester City and Liverpool play this morning. They're the top two teams in the English Premier League, and whoever wins this game is likely going to win the league. So,
Probably happening right now.
Yeah, 10:30 a.m. it kicks off. So
There you go.
Are you gonna go to the? Do you see the game that's coming to Lambeau?
me and Rick have been talking about this high
Yep.
chance of that happening. Yes. Just got to
All
find out
right.
when and how much, or I mean, where we can get tickets and how much they are.
Yeah.
Tom, it looks like we've got a tie. Someone needs to break the tie.
I don't like breaking ties. If you're in chat, go vote. I don't want to break a tie. If you're in chat, vote, 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 vote. I'll give it another minute.
It was fun.
Yep, my 3 plans for today. One was get us all ahead of Tika and let her just keep dying as many times as I can cast, bring her back, and hopefully we just keep shooting her or shooting the vampire range.
What do you
Second
need?
was
What do you need?
the beat of force, hopefully trapping it inside either one or both of them, recoup and get ready, and then when the force dropped, everybody holding an attack or something, and then
Yeah.
the terrible idea was my bag of holding, if I can toss it or get it so that it's open and have Tika take Crixus's bag of holding and dive into the other one, that would remove both vampires from existence for us. But everything in the bags of holding would be gone.
Yeah. The problem with that one is trying to communicate that through combat. You guys were staggered, like it was your group and then a vampire and then Crixus and then another vampire. So it would have been sketchy to try and dodge that.
It would have required Crixus to fall, Doug to get Crixus out of there.
Yep.
Without really communicating it, and then between me and Tika, I think I could have done it, but there probably would have been a roll or two involved.
As it stands, I mean, you guys actually did very well with that, and I think if you do the beat of force and he's not captured, he's only pushed back, or you do the shove only, I think that fight's different. But the combination of the two of them putting that space, that 30 feet between you guys, where he couldn't get back to you, after having staked him. Contacting with that staking and then pushing him 30 feet away from you guys was what you needed to do in that instance. It allowed the little guy to get taken care of, and then you were able to everyone focus on the big guy, and he wasn't regenerating, and then he needed to come back, and you guys had the range to. He didn't have any range things. So that distance was like, even from the beginning, would have been much better. The only thing he could do at range was poison you if you failed the saving throw when he looked at you.
Mm-hmm.
He could also howl and make you run away. But that's all he had for ranged attacks. So being up in his grill was probably the worst option.
Yeah. And then, watching it back, like I know me personally, the strategy is if there's 4 of us and 3 of them, we need to get rid of some of them. And we were all spreading out all the damage amongst all of them, and then they were recovering, and it's like that was like the opposite of what if we would have.
Yeah, had you all hyper-focused the little ones first, you probably would have killed them even through their regeneration and not had to worry about staking.
Yeah. But
Final Fantasy rules.
I know I'm guilty of it.
Focus all targets on one.
Makes sense.
I'm guilty of it. As soon as I jumped into the fray, I attacked the only one who hadn't been hit yet. Or the big one. It's like, nope. I'm guilty of it.
Yep, for sure. All right.
All right,
think,
looks
Tom?
like I'm gonna have to break it.
We lived.
You dug it out, Tom? Are you breaking the tie?
Yep.
All right. Drum roll, please. Down with the Ray of Sickness.
All right. I'm into it.
Probably a more, a better show title for a show title instead of being like a Panic at the Disco song title.
Mm-hmm.
Although I do like the Panic at the Disco.
Oh, hell yeah. I love Panic at the Disco. All right.
All right, guys.
Yep. I don't think there's anybody to raid right now. Anybody online that's.
Sooner or
We'll
later,
have-
folks, I will
have
be
them
streaming
best
myself. Yeah, you guys have a great Sunday. Sooner or later, folks, I will be, and I will make note of it when I start streaming. I will stream sometime during the week. I am creating a new homebrew world, so I may stream some of that, brainstorming and trying to get that together. I could do game prep either for my current homebrew story with an Eberron, or prepping this. Although prepping this is a lot of just reading. Sometimes I tweak things because there's only 3 party members, 4 technically if you include Valine.
Mhm.
But yeah, when I start streaming, it'll be something.
Are you gonna do it
Something
here
DM related, or
on this channel, or what's your
I will
Twitch?
end up doing it on my own channel, which is DMJC.
DM
when I do
underscore
end up
JC?
streaming that. It's underscore. I think it's a single underscore. I will when I make the announcement. I'll let everyone know. Tom, I gotta figure out how to if you can get me the password information for Twitter, because I would tweet that out if I were gonna go do that too. So
There you go. I just posted your channel.
there you go.
Um,
Yeah, it's got my DMJC stuff. It's still kind of not put together yet. So
Rock
nope,
and roll.
that's fine. If you're in chat, just go ahead and click on that link. At some point, he'll have something.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was gonna actually post that in Discord in one of our private channels. If anybody wants to log into the
Twitter.
Gmail or Twitter, because I set up a separate Gmail for it.
Okay. Cool.
Oh, hey guys.
Yes.
Are we doing Easter Sunday next week?
Oh, no,
I will not be doing Easter Sunday. No.
nope.
So we are off next week. That
We
is
are off
important
next
to
week.
note.
It's Easter Sunday, so now I gotta wait 2 weeks to get back to the hotness.
I keep forgetting next week is Easter.
Yeah, same here.
All
Yeah,
right.
I put a little schedule just on a post-it, and I had all the dates on there, and I did not, for whatever reason.
Catch that it
I
was
got Mother's
Easter.
Day, I got Father's Day. For whatever reason, I just completely skipped Easter.
Yep, I'll try to. I'll put that out on Twitter later this week, and I will. I'll probably just do a replay on Sunday morning,
Yeah.
maybe.
Replay this one.
Yep.
I love it.
Hmm.
Well, nice work again, DM. We'll see you guys soon.
Thank you.
Later, chat.
Okay, we live.